American Idol judges reveal must-haves for Katy Perry's replacement after season finale. Low at Angles, when the cameras shut off on Sunday's American Idol finale following 21-year-old Abby Carter's win, it marked the end of the Lionel Richie, Katy Perry, and Luke Bryan judging trio that's been gracing screens across the country since 2018. Perry had announced back in February that she would bow out at the end of season 22 to go and see the world and maybe bring new music. Speaking with media outlets, including USA Today, following the final taping, Richie admitted, "This is bittersweet because we're going to lose one of the originators, if you will, of the show's run on ABC, where it moved in 2018 after a long run on Fox. Start the day smarter. Get all the news you need in your inbox each morning." He continued, "We were a train wreck when we first met. I knew Katy, I knew Luke, but we had never worked together. Once we realized that Katy's going to come out of her clothes somewhere during the course of the show, a malfunction is going to happen, and Luke is going to eat the pizza and drop it on his lap. It's enough to keep you on pins. But it worked. I'm going to miss this group. Katy is going to be missed." Who's taking Katy Perry's place on American Idol? Judges hint replacement possibilities. Less than an hour after filming on Perry's final Idol episode wrapped apparently wasn't too soon for inquiring minds to ask about what would be happening with the void she's leaving behind. The Idol judges have thrown out names of Perry's possible replacements throughout the season, including Meghan Trainor and Jelly Roll, but the truth is, as far as the fans are concerned, no one has been chosen for the job yet. But the ABC veterans have an idea of what characteristics their new colleagues should have. I looked them up on Instagram. American Idol judges spill show secrets. Richie said, "You've got to bring your character. Be who you are. Katy's Katy. It's like singing a Whitney Houston song. Don't try to sing it like Whitney, interpret it. The next judge has to have personality, a quirk, and the ability to tolerate two crazy brothers like me and Luke," he said. Richie added, "There's a lot of artists out there that can sing, but to join a very successful team, you've got to be confident of your space. You know who you are, and you'll last forever here. It's got to be somebody that identifies with the young culture." Perry didn't shy away from talking about the person who will be taking her job. "I'm leaving before I can get fired," she joked. On a more serious note, she added, "The qualities I hope for are someone that is honest, someone that is constructive with their words, someone that is leading with their heart-centered and less ego, and isn't afraid to speak their mind and isn't afraid if sometimes that's polarizing, isn't afraid of negative comments, isn't afraid of getting booed just as long as they are speaking their mind and true to themselves." Bryan said, "It'll really be interesting to see who they choose." Katy Perry, What Makes a Woman Do It highlights her showstopper final dress, the biggest skirt ever. As Perry gave her final performance as an Idol judge, a duet of What Makes a Woman with third-place finisher Jack Blocker, whom she'd been skeptical of at the start of the season, her dress unfurled into a sentimental piece of art while she was elevated at least a dozen feet above the stage. Below a metallic bodice was a skirt featuring the faces of top 24 contestants from her 7-season Idol career. It was just going to be a pretty skirt with a silver top, and I was like, no, let's do something. Let's make a moment. Let's pay homage to all the contestants, Perry said. It was just to show how much these kids have really lifted me up. She said she came up with the concept and her costume designer Heather, presumably Heather Picciotino, made it a reality within a week. It was just one of those spur-of-the-moment ideas, and we were like, can we do this? Can we execute this in time? Perry said, I was like, no, I want the biggest skirt ever, and I want to keep rising. Reflecting on how she felt about closing the American Idol chapter of her life, Perry was enthusiastic about the winner viewers chose for her send-off. I'm so happy that Abby won. It was like the cherry on top for my seasons. Ending there, it just felt like we've landed exactly where we worked so long to get to, Perry said. She checked so many boxes. I think Idol actually is still now one of the only shows that makes stars or opens doors on that path to stardom, she added.